So this video shows just some continuation of the removal of the floor, the old floor, and the prep work that's going on in preparation for sealing the concrete and putting down the new floor. So you can see that they've sealed the expansion joints with the compound, and they've got most of the old floor up. You can see the island is still here. It needs to come out. You can see it's a little bit dusty, as you can imagine, with them grinding the floor. But here we're going back toward the one of the powder rooms. The toilets are out, the sinks are out. Here you can see some more area. This is the master bedroom where they have sealed those expansion joints and began to just clean everything up. This is the laundry room. Here we have the washer and dryers pulled out, and then we're going into the closet, the master closet. They had to remove all of the custom closet that was in here to again work with the floor, because the custom closets had sat on top of the finished floor, so those all had to come out. This is going back toward the office area, and here you can see one of the machines that they're using to grind down the high spots. There's still some furniture left in here, my desk and a bookcase that needs to come out before they continue the work. But it's getting there. That's just a shot down into the storm cellar, the safe room. And you see we've got some of the cabinets covered with plastic already. We'll eventually cover everything with plastic to try to mitigate as much of the dust and dirt that's going to fly around. This is the pantry, and you can imagine that all of the canned goods and dry goods that were on the pantry shelves, if we didn't cover those with plastic, they would just be covered with dust. Here they've vacuumed the floor pretty well. They've put, you notice this blue painter's tape they put around the baseboard. This is the office again. You see the desk is out of here now. The bookcase is out of here. They've cleaned up quite a bit, and they're starting to mask off the baseboard because they're going to come through and put an epoxy coating on the floor to seal it, to keep any moisture that may be still in the slab from coming out of the slab onto the flooring again. So here we're going back through the hallway, back past this little powder room that I pointed out before, and back into the master bedroom. It's looking pretty good. They've got a lot of it cleaned up and taped off. Now we're going back through the hallway into the den again. You can see, as I said, the island is still here. The stove has been removed. The refrigerator has been removed. And then we're going back into the pantry again. They've taped everything here. Some of this is a little redundant because I was walking around and videoing each step of the process. So yeah, I know we've been through the pantry before, we've been through the den before, but I'm trying to show you just each step of the process that's going on with this. So here you see this giant straight edge that they have laying in the floor. That was used to find the high spots. Here's the guy using that sanding machine to sand down some of the high spots before we put the sealer down. Here we're back in the master bedroom again. You can see these real light places on the floor. That's where there were high spots, and they sanded those down. There's some more in the powder room. Trying to remove as much of the high spots as they can to level the floor before we put this sealer down. Now we are going to put another leveler, like a slurry leveler, on top of the sealer once it's done, but they wanted to get any high spots down just so they wouldn't have to use as much of the leveler as they might if they had high spots at different places in the room. So we're back in the office now, and just a closet here in the office. Those little stairs go up to the bonus room upstairs, and there's no problems with it because it's not on slab. Obviously, it's on a wood flooring system, subfloor. So that flooring up there is fine. We're going to leave it as it is. Here we go back into the laundry room and back into the master closet. And you'll notice that they've taken the doors down also. And they did that because they wanted to be able to not have to open and close the doors as they were rolling the sealant on. And as they're doing the leveler, they didn't want the doors to be in the way. And I think later on in the video, you'll see them removing some of the doors. Hey, look, the kitchen island is gone now. Okay, so that's out of there. You can see these big areas where they've sanded down the floor to remove some high spots there. Again, taping the baseboard, taping around the fireplace. Here they still have some doors to take down. But they're doing that now. That's what you hear, the tapping sound in the background. They're tapping the pins out of the hinges to take the rest of the doors down. We've had to remove the shoe storage out of the main entry there, the mudroom. These are just some still photos of the areas that they sanded down with that kind of grinding wheel to try to get the high spots out. And with any slab, concrete slab, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to have high spots and you're going to have dips that they call bird baths. But in the case of the other LVP flooring we put down, which was thinner and more flexible, it just molded to these dips and rises in the slab, and it was not a big problem. But as we tried to put down the new flooring, which was a hard plank flooring, it was unforgiving, and it was apparent really quickly that we needed to level the floor. This toilet still needs to come out. We left it in for the workers in case they needed to use the facility, so we left that as long as we could. This is one of the containers that has the doors stored in it, the kitchen island, some of the furniture, and we wound up having to get two containers to store. One has the furnishings in it, and the other one has these doors and things in it. So the next video will include, or will actually start the application of the sealer. So stay tuned for that video, or join us for that next video. And remember to like this video if you find it interesting. And if you want to make sure that you see all of our videos in this series, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell notification. That way, any of the videos I add in this series or the other ones, you'll get notified so you can come check them out. Thanks again.